Directed in 1989 by Ridley Scott still reeling from the commercial failure of his Legend, Black Rain is a police film taking place between the US and Japan. Michael Douglas is Inspector Nick Conklin, a hardened New York cop suspected of corruption. One day, Nick and his teammate Charlie witness a vendetta between Yakuza. The two policemen manage to arrest the culprit, the dangerous Sato. They are tasked to escort him to Osaka to be delivered to the local authority. But once there, Sato managed to escape and Nick and Charlie stay to assist Inspector Matsumoto in his investigation. It was only a matter of time for the director of Blade Runner to shoot in Asia given how much inspiration he drew from the continent, especially Hong Kong and Tokyo, to create his cyberpunk Los Angeles. Quite logically, there is a similar mood in Black Rain. The film is a perfect example of what 80s cinema could produce for the better and the worse. The worse, it's Michael Douglas, who overplays his hard-boiled and overconfident cop character, a script which follows all the conventions of the buddy movie formula, and an insignificant female character. The best, it's when Ridley Scott uses visual talent to sublimate Japan, and when the local actors can show the full range of their talent opposite their American counterparts. To better understand the world of Yakuza, the best is to check Japanese cinema. Here are 5 films which, if you liked Black Rain, will help you to dig deeper in the Japanese underworld. If you want to stay in an hybrid configuration in which Japan is seen through the eyes of Western characters, you can watch Pollack's The Yakuza. Produced in 1974, we follow up Harry Kilmer, a former Marine posted in Japan after war, coming back to the island to help a friend which daughter has been kidnapped by Yakuza. Kilmer must team up with Ken, a Yakuza who has a debt of honor to him and the brother of the woman he loves. Pollack's film, written by the Schrader brothers, have perfectly assimilated all the codes of the Yakuza film and follow them faithfully. The cultural shocks are dealt with respect, and the film is a perfect entrance door into the cinematic Japanese underworld. The common point of the two previous films mentioned is the presence of Ken Takakura. Before being a regular of American productions shot in the archipelago, Takakura was a Yakuza film star during the 1960s. To see his charisma in all his glory, check the movie which made him an icon of the genre, Abashiri Prison. As its title implies, it is a prison film which follows all the rules of this kind of genre. Ken Takakura is a Yakuza with a difficult past, sentenced for murder but still faithful to the Yakuza honor code, who struggle to fit in this new environment. Shot in the snowy landscapes of Hokkaido, the film is the perfect opportunity for the actor to embody the good old thug with the heart of gold persona. If you were more impressed by the dangerous Sato, the game trilogy, which made actor Yusaku Matsuda a star, is for you. Shot on a short span of 2 years, between 1978 and 1979, the series sees Matsuda play a macho killer for hire who always ends up on dubious assignments. Rather than for their stories or action scenes, the films are noteworthy for Matsuda himself, showing him off as its most badass and cool. Unfortunately, Black Rain was his last work, the actor passing away from a cancer the same year as the release of Ridley Scott's film at the young age of 40 years old. And if, instead of following Americans diving in the Japanese underworld, we had the opposite situation happening? That's what Takeshi Kitano proposes in Brother. The actor-director plays Yamamoto, a Yakuza who has to escape to Los Angeles following a gang war in his native Japan. There, he meets his half-brother and wastes no time to create a new gang, mostly made up of African Americans. They start a new war with the other syndicates of the city. Violent and ironic, the film is especially interesting in the way it transposes the Yakuza film codes in the multicultural environment of the American West Coast. The result is an offbeat but fascinating film. Kitano has become a specialist of Yakuza films, so if you like Brother, keep going with his first films, Violent Cop or Sonatine, or his most recent Outrage series. Once you will be familiar with the codes of Yakuza films, you can throw yourself in its magnum opus, that is Kinji Fukasaku's Battles Without Honor and Humanity. This 5-film series, produced at an hectic speed between 1973 and 1974, is based on real stories and follows Shozo Hirono, a former Japanese soldier trying to survive in the post-war Hiroshima and who ends up joining the Yamamori clan. What follows is a gallery of tough guys killing each other violently, far from the values emphasized by the Yakuza Code of Honor. Directed with an incredible energy by a Kinji Fukasaku at his peak, the series is a testimony of Japan evolution during a 30-year span and a cinematic demonstration when it comes to gangster films. A must-see for all fans of criminal epics in the style of Martin Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola.